Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ways of the Sith. Thank you so much for taking time to check out the channel. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us on X and Instagram at Ways of the Sith. So for those of you that saw my Shin Hati video, I did the height fix on her to make her smaller using the Vel Sartha thigh pieces. With Baylan, it's a little different. So that's why I recorded this as a separate video, this way to make it a little bit easier. So Baylan is on the new legs. So he does not have the thigh swivel anymore. It's gone from this articulation. You only have the leg swivel, and then the swivel on the thigh now is this new ball joint. So that's how you get the posability on him from that. So finding legs that match that or were similar were very hard because there's only a few figures on that newer mold like that. So the only option I really had, based on how small this Baylan is, was Darth Malgus. So he is a pretty pricey figure and I didn't really want to sacrifice him, but I don't have an Old Republic display, so they just kind of have a spot on a shelf randomly. So I'm okay sacrificing him for Baylan for somebody that's going to go, you know, into my main Ahsoka display. So I got my cup of water ready. We're going to do the leg swap and see how this comes out. So I put Malgus in the cup of hot water. Gonna let that sit there for a little while before I pull the legs off. I probably will have to paint the thighs because the thighs are gray and black. These are just straight black, so more than likely gonna have to paint, but I will do that after I do the swap. All right, so now I got Baylan in. I got the thigh pieces off of Malgus. These are pretty big, so this should really help with fixing the height. I pulled off the boots, you know, from the knee peg. I'm going to see if maybe I can use those Baylan thighs on this Malgus. He'll have the longer lower leg and the shorter thigh, but it might not make a difference. We'll see how it looks at the end when I'm all done. But got this pulled apart, waiting on Baylan. All right, so I removed the legs, and like I said, we're going to take a look and see if this will kind of work for Malgus for the time being. I'm going to see how it works once I heat it up, and yeah, we'll see if maybe I could still salvage Malgus or if I'm going to have to end up buying another one. All right, so here are the new Baylan legs, and much taller, as you can see from the thigh piece. So this should really boost his height. I probably will paint this, you know, black, but this should be a huge improvement on Baylan for sure. All right, so that did the trick. I got the new legs on there, as you can see, and they kind of get hidden by the skirt pretty well, but I would probably still suggest painting, you know, the gray black just to give it that uniform look. But look at how much taller Baylan is in comparison to how he used to be. So much better fix. I am disappointed that like Malgus is pretty much the only option to fix Baylan with. Being that it's on those new legs, it's tough. You would have had to find a bunch of different pieces and kind of finagle your own set of legs. I went for the simple solution. So it's really up to you. If you can find longer thigh pieces and longer pelvic pieces to make your own set of legs, that'll work as well. But I didn't have that option with the fodder that I had and for the newer cut. A lot of the male bodies that I have in my fodder are the older leg model, so I can't even use them to swap this out, but this makes Baylan. This is how big Baylan should have been. So they just should have used the Malgus legs off the bat and called it a day. But yeah, Baylan fix, all good. And I was able to use Baylan's thighs pieces on Malgus. I have to fix the knee pads, obviously. I think I actually put them on upside down, but it works. It actually brings the height of Malgus down a little bit and obviously raises the height of Baylan. So now Baylan's taller than Malgus, but I'm fine with that. I can still have a Malgus on my shelf. That doesn't bother me, the fact of the thighs being black as opposed to the gray and black. Baylan's, I will paint, but I'm happy with the fix. I think this works pretty well. And like I said, I didn't really want to have to sacrifice Malgus, but it works because Baylan's somebody I really did want proper representation on my shelf. Malgus, I could live without if I had to take it apart and this didn't work. But I'm okay putting this version of Malgus back on the shelf and just having this on the shelf. It still looks good. It's still bigger than the rest of the Old Republic figures. So I'm cool with it. But let me know in the comments if you guys have any other suggestions for the leg pieces for Baylan. But I am much happier with this fix. Baylan is a lot taller now. And I'll definitely show some pictures of what he looks like in the Ahsoka display at the end of the video. So thanks again for checking out the video. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And as always, may the Force be with you. This is the way. Here is just a quick look at Baylan now next to Shin. Both of them with their heights fixed. Looks so much better. And he's towering over everybody else in my Ahsoka display. So really awesome. I am very happy with the fix. I think this works. I think he looks 10 times better than before. So, like I said, if you guys got any other suggestions, please leave them in the comments. But in my opinion, this is the best one by far.
We would be honored if you would join us.